Hi, I'm Dave Tadlock, and I'm a new owner of a 1980 MGB, and I thought I'd make a few videos about some of the repairs that I'm doing as I work on my car. Now, I'm not a real mechanic, I'm just a new owner, and I've been learning a lot about the MG through some of the YouTube videos and from a local car club that I've joined. In this video, I'm going to change the lock on the trunk. This trunk lid has had a problem for several owners over the past several years, and it keeps getting stuck and it won't open. And I've owned the car for about 2 years, and I just finally got the trunk lid open just a couple of nights ago. So I went and I bought some parts. I was trying to get this open. Now, when I first bought the car, the trunk lid, it did open, but the previous owner said he had had a problem with it before. I got it home, it opened and closed fine for about 2 or 3 days, and then it was stuck shut again. And so I was actually very, very happy. Now, what happened was, it wasn't this part that had slid down, it's just a bad lock and a bad latch assembly. And it was a matter of twisting and turning the lock up on the top to kind of, it was already just a little bit loose, and so I had to just kind of turn on it and then keep working the button and keep pulling up on it, and it actually just popped right open. But the other lock is so bad that the key will not even turn in the lock, and so I've got a new lock for it, and I also have a new latch assembly. The new lock came with a nut, with a new nut here, but it didn't come with a new gasket. So I've got a new gasket to go on this here too, so that was separate. But this should be a short, simple, easy video. I'll show you what I'm going to tackle here. Here's a view of the latch up close, and this is with the trunk lid open, so you're looking at the outer bottom edge of it here. And there are 2 screws down here that hold the latch assembly here, and then there's a screw here and a screw here, and that looks like that's all there is that's holding that in place. I used some WD-40 a couple of days ago. I started soaking that, and hopefully I can get that loose with a screwdriver. Now here's what the inside of it looks like up here. This is the latch assembly right here, and the lock is up in here. You can see the other 2 screws on the other side for the latch assembly here. And then after I take this off, I'll try to get an adjustable wrench on that nut that's on the back side of that lock. I think if I take the latch out first, this would just be easier, because I'm going to go ahead and replace both of them. See if these will come out. Oh yeah. And there's a washer on the end of that. Alright, we'll go ahead and take these out. And one more is it, and it should fall out. Now there's what the lock and the nut looks like on the back side. Here you see the latch assembly's been removed. These are the holes for it there and there. And so now I need to try to get a adjustable wrench up inside of here somehow and try to get that nut loose on the back side of that. And it looks like it's just going to take a little bit of fishing around to get the adjustable wrench on there and get a grip on it and then give it a twist. There we go. It's loose now, so that should just come right off. I'm going to remember to turn it counterclockwise. Let's see here. And there's the nut off the back side of it. Just come around here and pull this through like that. And there's the old lock. What's wrong with this one is this is bent, and the key doesn't want to turn. Key doesn't want to turn the lock either. So this lock has just had it. This is the old door lock, and this is the new one. And on the outside they look the same, pretty much. Looks identical. On the inside they're a little bit different. On the original lock here, I've got this type of little piece of metal sticking out right there, and you can see the shape, and it's a little bit bent. And this one, the new lock, has a different style of latch release here. It'll catch the latch assembly. Okay, so I'll take the new lock, slide the gasket on the back of it here. That. There's a flat spot on the edge of the lock here. It goes next to the flat spots inside here. So you can't get that on crooked. So just push it down. Push it down in there like that. And then next I'll take the nut, put that on the back side of it. And it will go on in the opposite direction. This time we're going to turn it clockwise. That ought to hold. Just put it in here. Just screw this back in. Now I've got the latch assembly all mounted in here, and I've discovered that there is a problem. That's not working. It's just not catching that latch. So if I close this trunk lid, it's not going to open. The only thing that's really different is the trunk lock. And the old trunk lock had this older style of catch on it here. And what I might have to do is take this off and put it on the new lock, and then see if I can get it to work. Now this is the new lock. I've taken that out, and this is the part off of the old lock. And looks like somebody had already tried to modify this at one time. There's this little bit of the corner missing up here in the top of this. In order for me to get this to fit on the back of this, I had to take a 1/4 inch drill bit and ream this out down along this bottom edge here in order to try to get this to fit this design on here. And I think I've got that fitting to where it's flush on there. And so I'll go ahead and put the screw back in it, and then I'll put this back in the trunk and give it a try. So here's looking at it from inside the trunk. There's the new latch plate. There's the back of the lock right there. This is the part that I had to change and replace. And operate this. And so it's working now. So there's the inside. That's about all there is to that. And now for the moment of truth. Hey, it opens. Okay, I now have a trunk that opens and closes, and I am very happy to see this. So, if you're having problems with not being able to get into the side of the trunk of an MGB, When you press on the button, if there's no resistance, then that means that latch catch is not making contact with the latch assembly. So you might try putting the key inside of it and turning it just slightly, and then that might move that latch catch over enough to catch the latch assembly. Sometimes the lock gets loose, and then you know, it's a matter of kind of twisting your lock back this way a little bit in order to line up that latch with the latch catch with the latch assembly. And so, you know, if you notice, there was some old damage on the inside of the trunk lid. Someone took a tire tool to it, and I'll bet that they were unsuccessful in opening that way. The only thing they did was just bend the latch assembly on the inside of it, and then they kind of bend up the trunk lid too. So that is no way to get into the trunk. You're just not going to be able to pry that off. I did see another video where they went in through the reverse light with a special tool to try to pop that latch open. So you might look for that on YouTube. But that's it. Just a short, simple repair. This is my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Let me mention the Lawrence All British Car Club out in Lawrence, Kansas. Without some expert advice from those guys out there, I could not have done this. I wouldn't have had the knowledge to do this and share this with you. So, guys, until next time, have fun with your tops down.